Let me hear you say OV ho. Yeah. So I mean, y'all probably used to the table being right here, but we doing a lot of things in the apartment, so it'll be alright. Welcome back to another edition of Hood Adjacent Clips, powered by All Do. Dang, hold on, I need some. Hold on. Whew. Welcome back. Actually, you nigga, let me hear you say OV ho, nigga. Sorry, now welcome back. Oh, we ain't monetize you. I'll be alright. Welcome back to All Do Respect. Nah, this ain't even a podcast. I'm tripping, y'all. Welcome back to the Hood Adjacent Clips, powered by All Due Respect. And we ain't done one of these in a while. I don't think I did one since the Young Boy, and that was before the last podcast. So like, subscribe, comment, share. Do all that. Stuff be TikTok, Instagram be in the description, all that. And we just trying to do big things. Working on things. So this edition of Hood Adjacent Clips, I want to talk about Kendrick and Drake beef, but I want to talk about it from the perspective of Jermaine Cole. And before I get into the perspective of J. Cole, I want to talk about, I guess I'm going to just give a rundown of each song that's been released, because they released about 80 songs. Almost too many to keep up with. But let's see how many songs they released. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it was about 8 diss songs released. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is kind of crazy. It don't feel like it. So Drake shot the first 2 shots with push-ups and Taylor Made Freestyle. Excuse me, y'all. So push-ups, I will say, we talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but push-ups, I liked push-ups as a song. It wasn't, the bars, what he was talking about wasn't too heavy hitting. He just pretty much said Kendrick, it was a extortion baby. And talked about how he give everybody. It wasn't nothing too crazy on push-ups. That was very light jab. Taylor Made. I just think Drake was trolling because like you putting the AI version of Snoop Dogg and Tupac. I really just think Drake was expecting that maybe Kendrick was never gonna respond, and so he was trying to do anything that was gonna draw Kendrick out, and doing something that's with 2 legends that he respect, even though the AI version, like dissing him with their voices. I think he knew that was gonna eventually draw Kendrick out. So I think that's what he was doing. Um, then you get some response from Kendrick with 616 in LA and Euphoria. I'm not gonna lie, 616 in LA. I think it was kind of like push ups. It was a warm up. It was a jab. Wasn't too hard hitting. It didn't even feel like a super diss track to me. So 616, it was alright. Euphoria was a little more at his neck creepy. I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick's diss tracks has been very eerie, especially this one and one we about to get into. But I think that, yeah, for the first 2 rounds they were very light jabs. I would say going the first 2 rounds, I would say it's 1-1. I would say Drake beat him with push-ups first 6-1, the 616 in LA, because I just don't feel like he was. I don't really like that song, honestly. And then Taylor Made for Year, I would say Kendrick got him on that one, so I would say it was 1-1 after the first rounds. So then you got the 2 heavy hitters, which is Family Matters and not the 2 heavy, well, 2 of the 3 heavy hitters, I would say, which is Family Matters and Meet the Gram. So obviously, if you ain't know, we give it a quick rundown. Family Matters, he released Family Matters. And then maybe like 50 minutes to an hour later, Kendrick completely steps on his release of Family Matters and drops Meet the Grams. But if y'all haven't seen Meet the Grams, was the cover of Meet the Grams was like, well, we'll get into it actually, because I was about to say something, but then it don't make sense no more. But the cover of Meet the Grams was like a receipt of some. It was like Ozempic, some receipts, a shirt, like basically it was stuff trying to expose Drake. So basically, what all that was saying, one, he tried to say Drake had an 11-year-old. Two, he tried to what else did he say? He got an 11-year-old he not taking care of. He got a that he getting BBLs and taking Ozempic to lose weight. That he don't like, he trying to shape his body like a bad bitch. So which is crazy. Um, which is funny. What else did he say on that? With that, basically that was the main jab, and then he tried to call Drake a pedophile, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. But basically that was just saying he don't take care of the kid. Now, as far as the 11-year-old concerned, I don't know because they won't give no evidence that the 11-year-old exists. Um, they do keep. I mean, you see Kendrick's like people is responding. They talking about they don't want to expose the 11-year-old because they know what kind of attention they're bringing to a child, and I get that. But at the same time, why even bring the 11-year-old up if y'all gonna do that? Like, and it makes me feel like when they respond like that, that the 11-year-old that was bait, that Drake led them on, because supposedly some of this was bait. But the reason I'm about to get into why this might not be bait, because I don't know if any of y'all seen this, but on Twitter it's an account called Ebony Prince 2K24. And it's like showing videos, like background videos of like the album cover and like all the stuff. But Twitter, uh, well, it's X now. It's not even called Twitter no more. But X has this thing where when Elon bought X, he messed up the algorithm. So any account attached to this one account, if you search it up, it'll come up. So if you search up Kendrick Lamar's name, or if you search up the Ebony Prince thing, the other account comes up. So you know that that account belongs to Kendrick Lamar. It's just a fake account, which is weird. That nigga is nuts. He ain't got nothing better to do. Take care of your kids, Kendrick. So then, so basically on Family Matters, which is Drake's song, he basically what Kendrick he goes, it's an 8 minute song. He goes to switch the beats like 3-4 times. He basically talks about Kendrick beating on his wife, supposedly, allegedly. That's the word I'm supposed to use. Allegedly. How him and Kendrick and his wife fiance are they've been engaged since 2015. I keep calling his wife fiance. They're not married. Engaged since 2015. They still not married. He's supposedly living in New York. Um, Also, how supposedly Kendrick's allegedly, I keep saying supposedly, allegedly Kendrick's kids may not be his, and it might be Dave Freeze. Which is nuts. And to think about it. And basically on that song, he also got it a couple other rappers, but I'm not really here to focus on the other rappers. I mean, them other rappers is not. That's not what the beef is, and we not really worried about them other rappers because we know Drake is cleaning them up. So it's really just him and Kendrick. But so I would say, and then Meet the Grams, as I said, talked about the 11-year-old. It talked about him. It was very eerie, but I would say in that battle, I would give it, even though what like battle wise, Kendrick did better like strategically because snapping on his release, especially how crazy Family Matters. Because if he had let Family Matters breathe like that, he might have lost the battle because Family Matters is crazy. But song wise, I give it to Drake because I think it's a better dissing song. I just think strategically Kendrick outdid him on that part. And then Kendrick comes back with Not Like Us. This is where everybody's saying Kendrick won the battle. Now I would Not Like Us is a hit. It's a bop. It's definitely gonna be just, it might be the song of the summer. It's gonna be a number one song. But as a diss record, I think we're overrating it, personally. Cause it's a great song to listen to and dance to and vibe to, but as a diss record, he's just calling this nigga Drake a pedophile for 4 straight minutes. Like that's the only thing he has to say, and I'm not saying that's nothing. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to say like niggas, if we're dissing niggas, I feel like we should come way harder than that. And it's a great, like, don't hear me. Don't take this tone. I think it's a great song, but I just don't think. I think we're overrating the dissing part of it because I just feel like in the diss battle it's about hard hitting lines. It's about getting at that nigga for real. And I feel like a lot of Kendrick borrow on this because he's trying to make a hit song or a dance song at the same time. They kind of like 7th grade lunch table roast battles. Like he not really getting at this nigga like they the two greatest rappers in the world at the moment. And then Drake come out and release the Heart Part 6. I was talking to somebody about this on on X, and they was talking about how I feel like this was the only song that Drake was actually on defense. Um, Now he did say some nut things in here, like he responded to the pedophile thing, but I'm like, who else is you not finna call a man a pedophile and don't respond to it? Like that's nuts. And then now he was wrong for like trying to mention that song with Kendrick. Well, I didn't even know what song it was because I think it was on Good Kid, Mad City, and I was a little young for that. But I think it was like a song he was talking about somebody getting molested. And he had said that he thought it was Kendrick getting molested. He was trying to talk about all that. I don't know. It was something crazy. Like basically, for that, I say, like I say Kendrick definitely beat him in them last two. Not Like Us is definitely killing the Heart Part 6. So I think if I did it right, they still made it right. They tied because I think I gave one to Drake. That one go to Kendrick. Yeah, 2-2. So that's how I feel about it. I think them niggas stalemate. I mean, everybody's saying, oh, Kendrick won, but I feel like Drake wasn't gonna win regardless. He's been at the top of the pedestal so long, niggas just want to knock him off. So anything he do, if he look like he got any type of hole or shrink in his armor, niggas is gonna try to say he gonna exploit it. So, but overall wise, I will just say, let me tell you, hold on. Overall rap battle wise, I will say I think Drake beat Kendrick rapping wise. Now overall, I would not. Kendrick is probably is definitely the more in depth artist and probably the better rapper. Like we're going technical rapper, but I think Drake, he just got them hard hitting lines. Like he's coming right at Nick Kendrick's neck. I think Kendrick was trying to be a little more strategic, which got him some points definitely, especially in the public's favor. But I'm talking about my personal opinion, and I just as a rap battle, I think we trying to get at niggas' necks and really trying to do that. And I feel like Drake brought up more points because the only thing I felt like Kendrick put in his armor was that he kept saying he was a pedophile. But he tried to say he was a pedophile and a culture vulture, which I think is two things that the public is exaggerating about Drake. Well, the pedophile thing, I don't know, but the women that people are trying to say have came out and said Drake wasn't on that or was not the weird like that. So you don't really have a leg to stand on when the women are not saying that. But the culture vulture thing, I think is crazy because they be trying to say white boy and all this, which I get. The nigga do got a white mom and he's originally from Canada. But if you hear his story, his dad is from Memphis and he spent a lot of time in Memphis. So you can't really, and that's like down south. Like nigga, a lot of the culture he represents is down south. Like he was big on Houston and all the, bro. A lot of stuff he represents is down south. So y'all saying he a culture vulture when he spent a lot of time down south is crazy to me. But yeah, but I did this video for the perspective of Jermaine Cole to get into it. I just wanted to get in, give an overall view on that. My real quick piece on Jermaine, because I know on the podcast I kind of ripped the nigga because I felt like apologizing after you diss a nigga is rap beef, like we're rapping. That shouldn't happen, but I don't know. After seeing the outcome and how dark these niggas got, maybe J. Cole did make the right decision. Because I feel like J. Cole not really on that. Like, I don't feel like J. Cole would have never tried to get his deep. I don't think J. Cole had a hatred for either. He got love for niggas on both sides of the situation, while Drake and Kendrick got an actual hatred for each other. So they was going to come way harder than he ever was going to come. So I feel like now looking back in hindsight, J. Cole did make the right decision. I don't feel like he should have went on a 3-4 minute rant at Dreamville about it, saying sorry. He still kind of looks soft to me about that because maybe it's just me because I would have went at niggas' neck. But I understand because if you really got love for both niggas and they just hate each other and you know these niggas is finna like go crazy, it ain't no point in getting them niggas crossfires, especially them two niggas who at the top of the game. So I understand J. Cole's decision at this point. But that's really all I got to say. That was my 2 cents on the whole Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole thing. So thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. And, this was another edition of Hood Adjacent Clips.